In halls of power where thrones do stand, lie tales of pleasure, strange and grand. From melodies to mysteries, these regal figures with their secret gigs weave stories rich beyond their kingdom's bricks. A dance, a poem, or dreams of moonlit spires. Each monarch's whim sparks curiosity's fires.
Welcome to Path to Facts, where mysteries are solved and wonders are revealed. Today we'll delve into a world that's right under our noses, yet still full of surprises.
One King Henry VIII of England. Famous for his political maneuverings and 6 marriages, King Henry VIII of England had a lesser-known but profound passion for music. Beyond his role as monarch, he was an accomplished musician and composer, with Pastime with Good Company being one of his most famous works. Reflecting themes of companionship and leisure, this piece contrasts sharply with his often tyrannical reign, revealing a complex character who found solace and expression in the arts. His deep engagement with music suggests an alternate realm where he sought peace and creativity, far removed from the intrigues and power struggles of the court. 2. Emperor Nero of Rome. Emperor Nero's reign is marred by tyranny and the infamous Great Fire of Rome. But his personal indulgence in the performing arts paints a different picture. Nero wasn't just a patron of the arts. He actively participated as an actor and singer, often forcing his subjects to endure his performances under threat of death. This pursuit of artistic recognition, despite his lack of popularity, reveals a ruler torn between his imperial duties and a desperate need for artistic validation. His behavior underscores an intense isolation, seeking connection and approval through art in a world from which he was increasingly alienated. 3. King Louis XIV of France. Louis XIV, the Sun King, is best remembered for his absolute monarchy and the magnificent palace of Versailles. His guilty pleasure, however, was his deep love of the ballet. Not content with sponsoring performances, he often danced in them, assuming roles such as the sun, reflecting his self-image as the center of the French universe. This blend of political imagery and personal enjoyment of the arts exemplifies the unique way in which Louis XIV fused his royal persona with cultural patronage to reinforce his rule. His participation in the ballet was not just a hobby, but a strategic display of power and divinity, choreographing his authority through dance. 4. Sultan Suleiman, the Magnificent of the Ottoman Empire. Famous for his conquest and expansion of the Ottoman Empire, Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent also harbored a secret passion for poetry, writing under the pseudonym Muhibi. His verses, often dedicated to his consort Hurrem Sultan, reveal a deeply romantic side and offer a glimpse into the personal life of a ruler more commonly associated with military and political prowess. Suleiman's poetry underscores the complexity of historical figures, reminding us that behind their public actions lie private passions and reflections. This literary outlet provided Suleiman with a means of expressing vulnerabilities and emotions that the rigid structure of the Ottoman court would otherwise have stifled. 5. Pharaoh Akhenaten of Egypt. One of history's most revolutionary figures, Akhenaten is known for overturning centuries of Egyptian religious tradition in favor of monotheism dedicated to Aten, the sun disk. Beyond his religious reforms, Akhenaten's fascination with depicting himself in art in a unique androgynous style broke with the conventions of royal representation, suggesting a ruler deeply interested in exploring identity and spirituality. His reign represents a bold, if controversial, experiment with religious, artistic, and cultural norms. Akhenaten's unconventional artistic representations not only challenged existing aesthetic norms, but also hinted at a broader quest for a personal connection to the divine. 6. King Ludwig II of Bavaria. King Ludwig II's obsession with building fairy tale castles like Neuschwanstein, which inspired Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle, reflects a monarch more interested in the realms of fantasy and beauty than the practicalities of governance. His retreat into a dream world of epic myth and legend, brought to life through his architectural projects, reveals a deep-seated desire to escape the confines of reality and monarchy, embodying the tension between duty and personal escapism. Ludwig's architectural endeavors were as much a refuge for himself as they were a legacy to the world, creating physical manifestations of his innermost dreams and fantasies. 7. Peter the Great of Russia. Peter the Great's fascination with modernization and westernization is well documented. But his unusual hobby of dentistry, specifically his practice of personally extracting the teeth of his subjects, adds a peculiar footnote to his legacy. This interest, while odd, highlights Peter's hands-on approach to governance and reform and demonstrates his willingness to engage directly with the practical as well as the political aspects of transforming his empire. His foray into dentistry reflects a broader curiosity and desire to understand all facets of life and governance, no matter how unconventional the method. 8. Emperor Caligula of Rome. Caligula's reign is notorious for its excess and madness, with tales of him ordaining his horse Insidious as a priest and planning to make him a consul standing out as symbols of his erratic behavior. These stories, whether apocryphal or exaggerated, illustrate the dangers of absolute power unchecked by reality, depicting a ruler whose whims and pleasures could dictate state affairs regardless of their absurdity. Caligula's actions serve as a stark reminder of how the mixture of personal indulgence and political power can lead to a style of governance that is both unpredictable and unprecedented. 9. King George IV of the United Kingdom. King George IV's extravagant lifestyle and passion for fashion, which contributed significantly to his death, mark him as a monarch whose indulgences had a tangible impact on his reign and public image. His investment in leading fashion trends and luxurious living speaks to a desire to curate a persona of elegance and taste, albeit at great cost, reflecting the complex interplay of royal public and private life. His fascination with fashion went beyond mere vanity. It was an attempt to create a royal identity that could inspire and awe both his contemporaries and posterity. 10. Emperor Elagabalus of Rome. The young and controversial reign of Elagabalus was marked by lavish excess and eccentric behavior, notably his hosting of dinners with invisible food designed to confuse and disorient his guests. These indulgences, far from the expectations of imperial dignity, reveal a ruler whose brief reign was a spectacle of luxury and controversy, challenging our perceptions of historical figures and the narratives that define them. Elagabalus's penchant for extravagance and novelty was not just a personal quirk, but a deliberate challenge to the staid traditions of the Roman Empire, testing the limits of imperial power and social norms. If these royal secrets caught your eye, show your favor. Don't be shy. Hit like, subscribe for more, leave a comment, let your thoughts soar. Share the intrigue, spread the word in this kingdom of tales unheard.